Microsoft Sam plays F1 25. What's up my scrubby scrubs? This is the goddamn Microsoft Sam here for another episode of Microsoft Sam plays F1 25. In the last episode, Aiden Jackson was able to secure victory in both the sprint and the race in China, bringing home very good results for ROFL World Racing. Today, we are heading to the next race in Japan. So without further ado, let's go. For this race, I'm gonna focus on Sunny.
Japan, huh? Alright then, I better get down to the track for practice.
Me and the others are gonna head down there now, Sunny. Don't be late.
Don't worry, I won't. Let's just hope that this race goes better than the one in Australia when it was ruined by that cheating asshole known as Max Verstappen.
Agreed.
Suzuka is an old-school favourite, an old seat of motorsport and a place where so many champions have been crowned. Let's get the weekend started then. It's practice in Japan.
Radio check, radio check.
I can hear you loud and clear, Mark. But anyway, time to start the first practice session of the race weekend.
For this test, I want you to hit as many of those corner gates as possible. The purpose of this test is to get a feel for the track. Don't forget to activate your GRS in the activation zones as well.
Copy that, Sam. I'm gonna run another lap due to the fact that Albon hindered my progress a bit in that one turn.
Copy that, Sunny.
Okay, test complete, and that was a really good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that. Well done.
Thank you, Mark. But anyway, it's time to teleport back to the garage.
Alright Sonny, for this test, I want you to manage the tires as much as possible. Don't go crazy and try to destroy them, since the more you destroy your tires, the more unstable the car will become.
Roger that.
Program complete and a job well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can take you through the numbers.
Those tires won't die on my watch, Mark. But anyway, let's teleport back to the garage so I can start the final practice program of the race weekend.
For this one, you will only need to give me a few laps around the track, so that way we can calculate a good race strategy. Same amount as last time, 3 laps.
On it, Sam. That's the first lap. The second lap is now history. And that's all 3 laps done. Now it's time to teleport back to the garage so I can go ahead to qualifying.
Good work, Sonny. You have passed all 3 tests with ease.
And if today's practice is anything to go by, we're in for an exceptional weekend of Formula One. A warm welcome, everybody, from a venue that has seen plenty of sensational laps over the years. Remember, Verstappen in 23, Vettel in 2019, some phenomenal pole laps. But whose will it be today?
The car is ready, so you are ready to go.
Let's fucking do this.
You qualified second, behind Verstappen.
Even though I didn't get pole, I should have no problem beating him in the race. If he doesn't pull any more dirty stunts.
With qualifying wrapped up now, we have our grid lineup for the big race tomorrow. Be sure to join us then for what will no doubt be a fantastic race.
Time for the race.
We come to you live today from the Mie Prefecture in the south of Japan's Honshu Island for a race that has seen many title deciders over the years. Some simple, some controversial, but all contributing to a legacy that makes the Japanese Grand Prix an indispensable stop in any Formula One season. A lap of this historic racetrack covers 3.6 miles. It's the only time during the season that we race on a figure-of-8 circuit. And the drivers can expect some intense G-forces through the 18 corners on offer here as they experience some of the highest average apex speeds on the Formula One calendar. Keep an eye out for overtakes into the final chicane. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. World champion Max Verstappen starts from pole position, and Sonny Hayes completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Russell, Norris, Charles Leclerc and Hamilton, Tsunoda, Piastri, Jackson and Fernando Alonso, Sainz, Hülkenberg, Ollie Behrman and Albon, Antonelli, Ocon, Gabriel Bortoleto and Liam Lawson, Hadjar, Gasly, Stroll and Jack Doohan rounds off the grid. With preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track. And alongside me today, a man who I'm always pleased to see join me in the commentary box, Anthony Davidson. Glorious Suzuka. It's a bit like Silverstone, an iconic track for which we couldn't have an F1 season without it. And so much for the drivers to think about around here.
Absolutely, Crofty. The only figure-of-8 circuit that we have on the calendar, and you kind of wonder, why don't we have more? Because it's such a good format. The drivers love this track. It's got a great flow to it, a fantastic circuit. Not the best for overtaking, but my goodness, from inside the car, it's a real treat for the drivers.
Okay, give me a quick radio check, please. Radio check. Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
Don't worry about me, Mark. I know I can win this race.
Okay, DRS is now available.
Copy that, Mark.
Verstappen's just put up the fastest lap of the race so far.
Fastest lap or not, he is not going to win this race. Not after the shit he pulled in Australia. Same can be said about his fucking lackeys.
Final lap, push, push.
Final lap, let's go. Yes, 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 yes. Another race win for us.
Oh, you worked hard for that one. Congratulations, well done.
I couldn't have done it without you, Mark. Same to you too, Sam.
We did it as a team, Sonny. And we finally got retribution for Australia.
No one knows what goes on behind the scenes, but on the racetrack today, it's a win. And what a win for Sonny Hayes.
Well, it all came good in the end for them, but it wasn't an easy start. Not the most straightforward of days, but I think it shows great strength in an athlete as a driver when you can overcome a day like this and walk away still with a victory.
And once all the hard work is over, and after lap of brilliant racing, it's time now to celebrate with our podium trio. Well, that was certainly an exciting weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for more exciting Formula One action very soon.
Hey boss, have you got a moment to look at something?
In a minute, Andrew. I'm gonna need to do some other things before I do that. Alright, what do you need my help with? At ROFL World Racing, we don't tolerate making social media posts like that, but we are not the kind to just fire them because of one post. Since that would make me a terrible leader, so I'm gonna discipline them.
Good job out there, boss. I don't know if you realize, but we recently hit a big milestone. You can learn more about that in the accolades menu if you like. Here's the next one.
Thanks for letting me know, Andrew. But I already know how accolades work, so I'm just gonna advance the calendar forward.
Hey, Chief. We've got multiple parts out of research. Don't forget to develop them. We've got performance sitting on the table that we could be getting into the car.
I know, Mathis. But anyway, it looks like that the next race is gonna take place in Bahrain, so I'm gonna end this episode off right here. Stay tuned to Swagmaster the Zed Slayer Productions and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. This is Microsoft Sam, signing off. Peace out.